Hi guys, today I would like to show you how to make the crochet hook case. We will be needing the hook size about 3 millimeters and one button. I've done 4 flaps, so we can use it for the measure tape, our marker stitches, the yarn needle and the scissors as well. So we've got lots to do. Let's start. We need to start our work with making a chain of 45, and then into the second chain from our hook we need to make a single crochet, and then in every one chain to the end we need to work one single crochet. At the end of our work we need to make the chain of 1, and then we need to make another row with a single crochet. We need to skip the first one stitch because our chain of 1 is a counts single crochet, and then into the second chain we need to work single crochet and all the way across, one single crochet in every one stitch. When you will make the last one stitch, don't forget to make the single crochet into our turning chain as well, otherwise your work will be going like that. And now we need to repeat the making the single crochet for the 30 rows in total. So now we are on the second one, and then we need to make another 28 rows with the single crochets. I've done my 30 rows already, so now what we need to do, we need to make the chain of 1 as usual, and now instead working on the stitches we need to work only on the back loops of our stitch. So whole row we need to make a single crochet, but only into the back loop. Okay, so see you at the end of that row. At the end of our row we need to make again the chain 1, and now into the next one row we need to start working on our stitches again. So whole row we working as normal, one single crochet in every one stitch, and then into the next one row we will start working into the back loops only again. But at the moment make one single crochet in every one stitch all the way across. I've done whole row making a single crochets into the stitch, and now, as I said, chain 1, and we need to start working on a back loop again. So repeat that pattern all the way across until the end, and then at the end of our row we will need to make chain 1 again, and then for the next 30 rows again we need to work in single crochets in every one stitch as we've done before. What happened now? By making a single crochets into the back loop only, now we can easily fold our case like that. If you can see, our part, the small part, is folded already, and now the top of our case will fold as well. So as I said, repeat that pattern to the end of that row and then work single crochet in every one stitch for the next 30 rows. And then we will make the same. We will make the one row with working on to the back loops only, then another row working on the stitches, and again third row we need to work onto the back loops only. So we need to repeat exactly what we've done from the start till now. When you've done your row with making single crochet onto the back loop of our stitch only, we need to make another 10 rows with working one single crochet in every one stitch. I've done my 10 rows already, so now when you will ready, we need to make chain 1 and into the our 11 row we need to make into the first 2 stitches a decrease. So we need to put our hook into the stitch, grab our yarn, and then we need to put our hook into the next one stitch, and then we need to grab a yarn, and now we need to yarn over and pull our hook for all 3 loops. And our first decrease is done. Now we need to work as normal, so in every one stitch we need to work one single crochet, and you need to stop into the last 2 stitches and our turning chain. So work single crochet all the way across to the last 2 stitches. Into the last 2 stitches we need to make a decrease again. I will show you when I finish that one row. Now I am at the end of my row of 11 and I've got the last 2 stitches, so we need to make another decrease. So put your hook into the loop, grab your yarn and put your hook into the next one loop, into the next one stitch, grab your yarn, and when you've got 3 loops on your hook, just yarn over and pull through 3. And then now we need to work the last one single crochet into our turning chain, chain 1 and turn your work. And again we need to make another decrease into the first 2 stitches, and then in every one stitch we need to work single crochet, and into the last 2 stitches we need to work the decrease again. Repeat, making a 1 decrease at the front and at the end of our row for the next 3 rows. So this is the second, finish that one row and repeat making the decrease for the next 3. When we've done our 5 rows with a 1 decrease for on the both sides, we need to make the chain 1 and then we need to make 2 decreases. At the moment we need to make 1 decrease the same as we've done before. So I've done my first one, and now into the next 2 stitches we need to work 1 more decrease. So now I've done 2. For the rest of the stitches in that row we need to make 1 single crochet in every one stitch apart from the last 4 stitches. Into the last 4 stitches we need to work 2 decreases too. So now I am at the end of my rows, 4 stitches left, so I will make the first decrease now. And then second one, and 1 single crochet into our turning chain. Chain 1, and again we need to turn our work and we working exactly the same. Into the first 2 stitches we need to work 1 decrease, and then into the next 2 stitches we need to work another decrease. So, and then we need to work single crochet in every 1 stitch apart from the last 4. So finish that 1 row and make the another one making the same way. At the end of our 3rd row we need to make a slip stitch into the end of the row and then fasten off and cut our yarn. Now you need to grab your second color of yarn. I took the green color and we will start. We need to join our new color yarn just behind the row with a back loop only. And now what we need to do, and we need to make the chain of 1, and into the every 1 row we need to work 1 half double crochet. So you need to exactly know where is end of your row. So I've done just here. Now we need to go to the next one. And again we need to go to the next one. On that row when we've got the turning chain, that can be a little bit difficult, but we can manage with them. So repeat the half double crochets all the way around. On the corners you need to work 3 double crochets into the 1 stitch, and then on the rows when we've done the decreases we need to work 2 half double crochets per row, and then into our normal single crochets we need to work 1 half double crochet, and again into our decreases make 2. When you've done your half double crochets all the way around, now we can start working on our sides. So I will start on the second row from the first row with making a single crochet into back loop only. So now we need to work chain of 1, and then into every 1 stitch across we need to work, I said single crochet, we need to work 1 single crochet until we will reach the last 1 row. So into the last 1 row before our folding row we are not working the single crochet, so we need to finish into the second row from the end of that part, and then turn your work and repeat making 1 single crochet in every 1 stitch for the next 8 rows. I told you that we need to make 8 rows, but actually we can work even more. I've done 22 because we've got enough space to make it much bigger. So okay, I've done my 22 rows, so now we need to fasten off and cut our yarn. We will hide our tails later on. And now what we need to do, and again here as you can see we've got our folding rows, so we need to skip the folding rows and another 2, and here into the second line. So we've got 2 rows here and this is the second line. We need to put our crochet hook and make it exactly the same. So we need to join in, oh dear, join in chain 1 and then single crochet into every one stitch all the way across. I will make just a few. And now we need to work the single crochet about till here. So we need to skip the last 3 rows or even 4 and make the single crochet all the way across, and then for the next 22 rows as well. When you will finish making on this side, we need to make exactly the same onto the other side. I've done my 4 flaps already, so what we need to do now, we need to make the 2 straps. I've done my first one. I start with a chain of 15 and then I've done 2 rows of single crochet. We will be sew them onto the one of those flats, and now we need to make the another one, but a little bit shorter. So we need to start with making the chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and into the second loop from our hook we need to work single crochet and then all the way across. Okay, so at the end of our row we need to make the chain of 2. This counts as our first single crochet, and now we need to make second row with single crochets. The last one single crochet into our turning chain, and we need to fasten off and cut our yarn. So that's it for now. Later on I will hide my tails. Now we need to make the buttonhole. So what we need to do now, after folding our work, and just here I would like to make the buttonhole and here put some button. So the best way to do it is just join our work into the corner just after the first flap. Okay, and now by making a slip stitch into the next stitches we need to get to the nearly center of our big flap. I said slip stitch, but I am doing a single crochet. Yeah, we need to make a slip stitch. So in every one stitch I am making a slip stitch. And our buttonhole, we will work in about 1, 2, 3, 4, in about 8 stitches at the top of our flap. So just make the slip stitch into the into that one stitch. Maybe you're not seeing that, into that one stitch. I am nearly of the center of our flap. If you are not sure where is the center, you can always fold your work and then mark exactly the stitch where is the center. So I finished 4 stitches before the center, so now I will make the chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9, and then I will need to skip the 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then into the 10th one we need to work. Oh, actually, maybe make the 2 chains more, just in case, and then make the slip stitch. Okay, so now we will have our buttonhole ready, and then again in every one stitch we need to work our slip stitch. Just we need to finish just here. Yeah, so let's go. And now we need to make something what will be holding our crochet hook. So I've done the strap at the moment by making the 20 chains, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, and then I sew the strap together with our case like that. So now we've got the loops to put our hooks inside. So as I said, we need to make the chain of 21. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Actually, we can even do 22. And then into the second chain from our hook we need to make the single crochet, and then in every one chain across we need to work 1 single crochet, and then we need to repeat that pattern for the next 7 rows. Okay, my crochet case is actually already done. I sew all the parts together in that way, so I put my crochet hooks already. So we made one flaps for our measure tape, we've got one flaps for our marker stitches for our yarn needle, and that one I made for a small scissors. Instead of a normal button, I just made one flower and then I add the normal button. And that's it. So thank you for watching and please subscribe.